Come back to yet another video. Today I'm going to explain to you how the Instagram Reels algorithm actually works. Now, it's going to be tough, especially for those of you who are new to this game. But if you are in the Instagram growth niche and if you use your Instagram page to sell certain products or to grow an audience that you can sell to, this is going to be extremely important for you. Okay, so let me just give you this rundown real quick. Most people who start Instagram these days, and some of the advanced students that I have as well, they tend to have this zero view trap. I'm not saying zero views because there is, I will show you in a second, there is a way to the reels that it works, but my students tend to say that if they get 200 to 1,000 views on a reel, that's basically zero for them. I don't consider it zero, but that's just a fact that why your reels don't get through the test audience. If that's what you consider zero view trap, then I'm going to be able to help you today to go past beyond 200 to 1,000 views, which consider the zero view trap. Now, the reason why you get that, or most people get that, is because you've got 1.7 seconds before a viewer or a potential viewer decides whether to stick with you or with a slide of a thumb gives another 1.7 seconds to another creator to convince them to stay. Now, when you initially upload a reel or a short form video to any platform basically that works with short form video content, whether that's shorts, reels, TikToks, or whatever, Facebook, they use it on a seed audience. Now, the way these seed audiences are determined is on its own is a different topic, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But you need to understand that it's not going to go out to the For You page immediately to be shown to thousands or millions of people immediately. It's not going to happen. Maybe it happened with TikTok earlier, but it's not going to happen on Instagram anymore. Why? Because Instagram wants to know whether your content is worthy of showing it to more people. So they will test it on a small batch of audience, on a small batch of people. The way it determined is Instagram first, the algorithms actually, because there's multiple, going to check the colors you're using, the music you're using, the background that you have behind you, the first sentence you just said. It's going to transcribe your whole video. It even takes account, takes your accent into account, if you know what I mean. So then it builds a profile of what your video is about and who is it for. And then it's going to try to find people who might be interested in that type of content based on what you just said and all sorts of other things. Okay? So that's how it works. And it gives you 1.7 seconds. And this is the reason why many people fail. Do you know why? Because you start your reels like this. Hi, I'm Carlos, and today I wanted to talk about you lost it, mate. You lost it. Your first 1.7 seconds has to be a hook, has to be something along the lines of this is what I've been doing and it changed my life, or that's what I did for 10 weeks. These are my results. Things like that. Okay. When you have a theme page, you are good to go because if you have let's say a scene from Friends where Rachel and Ross says something funny to each other, and then Joey comes in and there's a big huge joke at the end, then you're good to go because that 1.7 seconds shows the page viewer something that they are familiar with, right? But let's say you want to build a personal brand, then in this case, you really need to dig deep. Now, the reason why I would say we don't have to worry about this much is because you are building theme pages. So your core video content is going to talk about or going to be showing um, things that your particular audience is already interested in. See where I'm going with this? So if you have a page for Labrador lovers, then if you show Labradors playing, then people are going to stop and say, "Hey, I love Labradors. Yeah, of course I'm going to watch this." Do you know what I mean? Okay, so don't. Now this is 2026 and beyond, but this is how it works. Watch time and retention is the number one goal for you. If you can make people stick to the mobile phones that they're watching you on, and if you can make them stick with your content more or watch more of your content, basically that signals Instagram to give you more reach and show your content to more people. So your seed audience will grow, basically. That's what it's going to happen. If people will send or save your videos, if they send it to their friends in a DM or whether that happens on Instagram or Facebook, it doesn't matter. But if people DM your content saying basically share it with a friend, then you are golden, okay? And if they save it or they tag somebody in the video, then that's another signal. But that's number one. Number one is keep them on the video. Number two is get them to send it to their friends. Number three, get them to give you like a like, a comment, or something like that. Okay. Now, this is the reason why beginners get stuck at the zero view hell. Okay. They posting without visual hooks. I can see this especially with content that is derived to cater to theme page lovers. So let's say car lovers pages or dog lovers pages, things like that. They just basically upload a video that they found on YouTube, no context. Okay, if there's a dog doing something funny, then do that. Okay, but if it's just a dog walking in the park, it's not going to be visually striking, or it's not going to be full of value, if you know what I mean. If it's something of your favorite TV show, anime, your favorite video game, stuff like that, yeah, that might work. Okay, a combo from Mortal Kombat, yeah, that could work. Or let's say a secret from Tomb Raider, that could work. But basically, just the first 30 seconds of an opening movie of an anime is not going to cut it. See where I'm going with this, okay? So just cut that crap. Make it interesting, make it valuable, make it something that people reminisce about. Make it something awesome that people can awe on it, if you know what I mean. And the algorithmic down ranking now, visible watermarks. So it comes from TikTok, right? From YouTube, third-party apps, low resolution. That's the worst. Okay, I know low resolution videos are on their own a different niche, but don't do this to yourself. Okay, now non-original content as well. I can see still to this day, people go to these stock video sites and they download videos of sea creatures and they upload it to their channels. And I'm seeing why. And I'm saying, hey, dude, why? I mean, Instagram is not stupid. They know that it's from faceless.com. They know that it's from a different stock video site. Literally no point. AI generated slop, same thing. You need to come up with something that's either original or funny or holds value. Now, if you have a theme page, you're good to go. Okay, if you love cars, for example, I love Nissan Skylines, the OG Nissan Skylines. Dude, the internet is full of them. You can create acceleration compilations, turbo sounds, drifts, everything. Seriously, that's perfect. But if it's just a generic picture of a Nissan Skyline and say Godzilla, nobody's gonna bat an eye. See where I'm going with this? Okay. So yeah, it has to be visually striking. Now, when it comes to the hook, I know that we are doing Instagram theme pages. So when the first 1.7 second hits, we are highly likely to strike the hook with somebody, especially if it's your favorite scene from a movie or stuff like that. Then it's gonna work, definitely work. But when it comes to how should I put it? The punchline. You need to start with the punchline, if you know what I mean. So if there's, let's say, a funny scene from The Office, and I uploaded it, obviously mirrored, and give it like a 5% speed increase, so you can go through copyright. Wink, wink. If you uploaded that, and everybody and their mother knows that the end is going to be a "that's what she said," then you might want to get to that part where that's what she said sentence comes as quick as possible, so you get the rewatch loop benefit as well. Okay, so get to the point. That's what I'm trying to make. Me as well, get to the point. Loop architecture. Yeah, so this is what I talked about. Most people, what they tend to do, and this is a good idea, great idea, is they start with the punchline. Okay, this is the reel, the video. Okay, and this is the beginning, this is the end. Okay, or this is the beginning, this is the end. We'll see how it goes. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this is where it starts. Let's say the favorite scene from the U.S. office, and this is where it ends. Cut it in half and exchange it. So basically, they will watch the middle, the punchline, and the beginning, and then that's the end of the reel. But if they watch it again, you see where I'm going with this? That's when they get it. Oh, see, yeah, they cut it in half, then turn it around and started with the punchline. And then you get two, three rewatches. And that's what Instagram loves. What did they love? Watch time and retention. Okay? Now, shareability trigger. Of course, yes. This is something that you can invoke from people. I cannot tell you how many of my friends send me stupid reels and silly TikToks every single day. I told them that, dude, I'm in the business. I do this every single day. I know, but it just works. Okay, it just works. If you just want them to share it with a friend, you can just caption that. Most people use the caption to just say, share it with your best friend. If it's you and your best friend, share it with them. Tag your friend, tag your buddy, tag your love, tag your mama, whatever. Okay, tag your favorite dog lover, things like that. You can do that. Okay, now this is the weight it holds. These statistics are from Instagram themselves. These are the how should I put, this is the weight it holds for new audiences. So if a brand new person lands on your video or on your page, but let's just say on your reel because we're talking about reels, and they send it to their friend immediately. So they never followed you, but they just send it to their friends. That's 95% weight. So that means that that's a signal. That's basically the strongest signal that it says to the algorithm, hey, this is something cool. Let's show it to more people. Now, the same thing, the watch time and the loops as well, it's 88%. Obviously, I told you otherwise in before. The reason being is because we are talking about new audiences now, so not followers. So if a new person lands on it and they send it to their friends, this is the strongest signal. Once they follow you, the strongest signal is if they spend watch time with you. Okay, because in Instagram's eyes, it's harder to convince someone as a new person to take action in terms of sending a DM to a friend than watching, if you know what I mean, because that's order they're given. Save ratio, public likes and comments. Now, this is something interesting. Public likes and comments are 40% weight. So if you see somebody that says, please make sure you post like and comment on this video, that's bullshit. No. Ask them to save it. That basically gives you twice as much weight. Or if you tell them, hey, watch it till the end, watch it again, send it to a friend. That's your best bet. So once you create your own reels, for instance, or if you want to just use the caption and say, DM this to a friend. That's your best bet. Okay, that's going to help you the most, utmost. Now, if you want to grow to 10K, this is what you want to do. Okay. So the first 10 posts, you need to establish a strict niche because you want to teach the algorithm what your keywords are, who your target audience is, and what you can do for them, right? What sort of value you hold for them in terms of entertainment, for instance, or teaching or whatever it is, depending on where you are. If you're in the gym niche, obviously, or a fitness niche, there's some sort of teaching and education going on. But if you are in just entertainment, for example, dogs niche or cars or anime stuff like that, you need to let the algorithm know. So this is how the algorithm will actually know that, okay, you posted your first 10 reels, that should be like 3 days for you. You taught me who should I show this to? So your seed audience will get bigger and bigger and bigger after day 3. Now, day, post 11 and 30, okay, you need to try different hooks, visual hooks. I mentioned this earlier that I have a Friends fan page because I love the US sitcom, The Friends. And every single time I put Jennifer Aniston, Rachel, on the starting thumbnail, that video gets 3 times as many views as anybody else from the sitcom. So I decided, because I tested the visual hook variations, I decided that it doesn't matter what the video is about, Rachel has to be in it. Jennifer Aniston has to be in it because that gets me the views. Okay, so for post 11 and 30, that's what you want to do. You need to see if the first 1.7 seconds starts with a dog's face or a dog running or a dog jumping, what gets people to stay? Okay, post 31 and 60, you focus heavily on shareable and highly relatable formats. So this is where you maybe put something like a text on top, say, share this with a friend, use different captions that invoke interest and say, tell people that they need to share this with their friends, or you post something cute, something that plays with their emotional strings, if you know what I mean, to get them to share it, to get them to send it to somebody. Whether it's funny, whether it's relatable, try to get them people to share it. Okay, because if you are only just funny and if your content is only appealing to a certain people who like to watch and then leave, then there's no people who do the call to action. So you need to get them to share it, and obviously with the shares and the DM sends, you want that 95% weight. Post 60 plus, double down on winning concepts. Okay, so anything that won here and anything that won here, double down. Easy. So for me, for example, I knew Jennifer Aniston, Rachel works. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't give a shite. All I did was basically get the best Jennifer Aniston or Rachel scenes, where obviously the rest of the cast is there as well. But because she is basically such a babe, and everybody loves that, I get basically 6 times, 3 to 6 times more views with her. I just kept on doing it. I don't care. And then my friend's merch gets sold. Why? Because more eyeballs will see it. Okay, so here's another thing. Okay, stop trying to make content people like. Start creating content people feel compelled to share with their friends. Okay, so if you are doing any sort of fan page, make sure that people bring their friends into your fan zone. Make sure that you create and you show them content that they cannot only enjoy this on their own. It has to be shared because you want that sweet 95% weight. Okay, so if you're ready to hit 10K, I want you to subscribe. Make sure that you watch the next video on this playlist and let me know in the comments how you feel about it. And of course, yes, since we're on YouTube, if you have a friend, don't forget to share this video with them. Thank you.